In the very beginning, the earth was new, untouched, and full of life. Adam and Eve lived in that beginning and saw the birth of humanity. Cain grew strong and worked the land with determination. Abel lived gently, tending the sheep in peaceful fields. Two brothers, two paths, still side by side. But anger rose, and the first brother's blood was spilled. And the earth witnessed the first sorrow of death. But hope remained in a child named Seth. Through Seth, a new line of humanity began. People multiplied, spreading across the earth. Cities began to rise from the dust. And tools of iron and bronze shaped civilization. Music filled the early world. But violence also began to grow. One man spoke of revenge, and pride filled the earth.
Truly I am 77-fold. The heavens open.
Yet in Seth's line, people still called on the name of God.
Before your majesty.
Generations passed, and humanity expanded across the land.
And so, the harvest
Adam lived long enough to pass down the memory of Eden,
and only then did we gather the bounty.
and Eve watched the world become something new. But Enoch walked differently. He walked with God. And Enoch was taken and no longer seen. Methuselah lived longer than any man and saw everything change. Time itself seemed to move through his life. And Lamech held his son Noah and spoke of hope. Noah grew, strong and calm in a broken world. Humanity spread into vast civilizations.
We cannot cross those hills.
Leaders rose and tribes formed across the earth.
Now, enough. We will send the scouts at dawn.
And war began to consume the world. Darkness spread like a shadow over humanity. Good and evil now stood face to face.
O Lord, shine
A
your light
faithful
upon us.
group still prayed
Grant us
beneath the
wisdom
sky.
to follow your path.
But Noah stood apart from the world. And he prayed while light broke through the clouds. The earth was filled with humanity,
We celebrate tonight.
yet the world was broken inside,
Leave them alone.
and storms began to gather above creation. But even in darkness, a small light remained. The world had reached its moment, and the time of waiting was ending. The world had become filled with corruption. Humanity had turned away from God. But one man still walked in righteousness. His name was Noah. God chose Noah for a greater purpose. He spoke to him with a divine command. Build an ark and prepare for what is coming. Noah obeyed without fear. He began building what had never been seen before. The people mocked him. But Noah remained faithful. The ark stood complete. Then the animals came two by two, entering the ark, just as God commanded. Noah and his family followed, and the door was shut. The sky grew dark. Rain began to fall. The waters rose higher and higher. The earth was covered in the flood. But the ark remained safe upon the waters. Through the storm, God protected them. Inside, they waited in faith. The waters covered everything. Then the storm began to fade. The ark came to rest. Noah sent out a dove, and it returned with a sign of life. The earth was ready again. And God made a promise in the sky.